Hey, this is Jason here. Just making a quick little video. Last night, bath time. Kids' bath water just stopped running out of nowhere, so I got a well system, deep well. Well, it runs about 75 to 100 feet. So anyhow, first thing I'm trying to do is change the switch out. So I just took this switch off and gonna see if I tried tinkering with that to see if that was the issue. Couldn't get the switch to fire up at all. So obviously, first thing I checked was the power. Power's going to the well, to the switch. That's all good. Tinkered with the switch. Touched the connectors together and nothing fired up. So my hope is that it is the switch, and so I'm going to attempt to replace that first. The post on the switch is pretty rusted out, so I'm going to replace that too. So regardless, probably needed to change this anyways. But if this is not the root of the problem, I think I'm going to have to replace the pump. So we'll be coming back to you with a later clip to see what happened. We'll see you soon. Alright, well, I just replaced the switch, and it's not the switch. So, still no water. Okay, Jason here again, going to attempt to change the well pump now to see if we can get water back in the house. You'll see over here the T-bar I made to try and get down into the Pitless adapter to pull up the pipe and the pump. I'm using the information that I received on another YouTube video from TACCore Industries, so shout out to him. Watched his video, and he gave me the courage to be able to try this on my own. So we're going to give it a shot and see what we can do. We'll catch back here with another clip for the next step. Alright, well, the good news is put my flashlight on a string, dropped it down in the hole. Was fairly easily able to locate the Pitless adapter. My T-bar that I made fit right in the hole there and screwed in clockwise, went right in. So now my next step is gonna try and pull this thing out of here, see what we can do. A little nervous, but it's a beautiful day, so hopefully we can get this done. See you in a little bit. Jason here, we're back at the well, and I got the well up, or the pump I should say, and it was not as hard as what I thought it would be. Here I'm going to change views here so you can see what we did. Alright, so first of all, I want to show you guys what my Pitless adapter looks like, and really, I'm probably pretty lucky because about 2 years ago I had a professional come out and replace this Pitless adapter, and that saved me, because if the old one would have been on there, it would have just crumbled. So okay, I'm back. But yeah, if I had not had this replaced a couple years ago, this probably would have been a much more expensive repair. So anyhow, I did spend about $500 or $600 2 years ago to have this replaced. So I guess was going to pay it anyways. But anyhow, luckily had this on there. The professional that came out put the right thing on, really, and was able to easily pull this up. He actually had attached this metal wire that had this safety spacer. This was pushed up against the pipe, so I had to pull up on that to get it to come loose, and then I pulled with my T-bar and it came right out. So yeah, the gentleman that fixed this a couple years ago had attached this wire, and it does say danger, do not pull cable, contact a well professional. I decided to ignore that and try this myself. So anyhow, moving over to the well pump. This is what the old one looks like, and you can see a lot of rust caked in this. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but I'm going to just try to clean this thing off and get it off of here and take it up to the hardware store, see if they have a replacement, and hopefully, I mean, it definitely looks like the well's not dry. The pump is wet, and there's wet rust all over it, so I don't think my well is dry, at least I hope not. I guess that would be the next solution if the pump doesn't work. So, but that's where we're at now, so catch up with you on the next video. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to get you guys up to speed on what's going on here. I've kind of hit a bit of a roadblock. Had a little difficulty getting this off, so I'm waiting for my neighbor, licensed plumber. He's got some tools, some pipe wrenches, going to help me get this bad boy off of here. So shout out to him, Dyke Plumbing. He should have some how-to tutorial plumbing videos coming to you pretty soon, so go check him out on YouTube, Dyke Plumbing. But anyhow, yep, that's where we're at. We're waiting to get these pipe wrenches so I can get the pump off and run it up to the store and get an exact match. Get it back here, hook it back up, and drop it back down into the well. So we'll see you on the next clip. Alright, so I got the pump off and decided to connect it up here and went down, flipped my breakers just to make sure. Had someone up here watching it while I did that. They said nothing happened, so I even flipped the switch manually on the pressure tank, and we didn't get any kind of noise or anything out of this pump. So leaving me to believe hopefully this is the problem. So I'm going to go get a new pump, and we'll be back on the next clip. Okay, so I didn't make a video of this, but what I just did was I connected the pump to the intake wires into the house, and had someone stand at the window, similar to what I did with the old pump. Went down and turned on the breakers, and my wife hollered down to me that all is good, the new pump is working. So this is definitely what the root of the problem is. So now I'm going to attach the new pump to the hose and drop it down the well. See you on the next clip. Alright, so we have got the new pump on. Just slowly dropped it back down into the hole here. We did run into a couple of issues. It stopped a couple of times and we had to kind of like pull it back up, and turns out that this pipe is just, obviously, since it's so long, it's kind of not necessarily straight, so we had to kind of just do some rotations to get it to go down further. That happened 2 or 3 times where it just all of a sudden stopped, and just had to rotate just the slightest little bit, and it kept going down. So and then got the Pitless adapter put back in place, so it's now connected to the house. We've connected the power, and I have gone into the house and hit the breakers to fire it back up, and we now have running water in the house. So really excited about this and happy that I was able to do this myself. Want to give a shout out to a few people. Two of my neighbors, Danny and Gary, kind of gave me a little bit of guidance a couple of different times, and also Tadcore Industries on YouTube. Big help. Watched his video, and you know, that kind of spurred me on, gave me a little courage to try this myself. So big props to Tadcore Industries out there in Westchester, PA. The good folks of Pennsylvania have got a pretty good dude on their side out there. So if you need help out there in that area, I would definitely recommend them.